Hi everyone, my name is Caris. Welcome back to my corner of the internet where I talk about books and other things that I enjoy, and welcome to another weekend reading vlog. When I tell you that I am beyond excited for this weekend. So before I go into why, just to catch you up with where I am, it's currently Saturday, it's about 2 o'clock. I thought I would just start the vlog now because all that I've done so far today is go for a run, and I have just finished reading How the One-Armed Sister Sweeps Her House by Sherry Jones, but I'm not going to talk about it in this video because I'm planning a whole separate reading vlog for that book and some others. Now that I've finished that, it means that I can move on to reading the next thing that I want to read, and it's very in theme with the weekend because I'm going to be making a start on Six Tudor Queens and Boleyn by Alison Weir. And the reason why this is so perfect for this weekend is the fact that tomorrow I'm going to see Six. I'm literally gonna cry. Six just has such a special place in my heart. I saw it for the first time in March 2020. I was at the penultimate show before the theatres closed. When I say that this show like got me through the first lockdown and the start of 2020, I'm genuinely not exaggerating. I feel like although I couldn't see it, I found it at the perfect time, and I just can't put into words how much it means to me and how like emotionally attached to it I am. And I almost can't believe that tomorrow I'm finally getting to go and see it again, because I have had like 7, I think, performances of it cancelled, but now I'm sitting here and it's like tomorrow and it's gonna happen, and I can't wait. My favourite alternate, who is Collette, who I saw as Parr the first time I went and was just amazing, is on as Seymour tomorrow as well, and it's like her reopening night because it will be her first performance back. I feel like I am gonna cry, and I'm glad that there's gonna be nobody sitting around me because then I can just you know, feel all the emotions. So that's so exciting, and I thought that it would be the perfect time to make a start with this because I've read the first book in this series last year, have been meaning to carry on forever and haven't, and because my love of Six was what inspired me to pick this up in the first place, I thought now that I'm going again, why not give the second one a go? Obviously I'm not going to read this whole thing because it's like 500 pages and the writing is small. I've got like the train journey tomorrow to read and the rest of today as well, so hopefully can make a bit of a dent in this. That's where I'm at. That's my exciting news for the weekend. Now I'm just going to go, as usual, to like a little local town. I might not put any clips in because they're going to be basically the same as the clips that I included a couple of weeks ago in the vlog because we're going to the same place. But we shall see. If not, I'll check in later today, and then tomorrow I'm gonna vlog in London, and I'm planning on going to a couple of bookshops as well. I'm gonna go to Foyles, I'm gonna go to Waterstones Piccadilly. Those are like my only plans other than going to the show. So it's just going to be the best day, and I can't wait to bring you all along. I should also probably say that obviously I am going to be making every effort to keep safe. I'm going to be taking a rapid flow test, I think in the morning or later tonight, which will be my first time having a test. So that's going to be an experience, and obviously, you know, all the social distancing measures are in place. I'm going to be wearing a mask the whole time. I'm back. I've read approximately 2 pages of the book, so hopefully I'll be able to update more on that tomorrow. But I have also cooked dinner, just finished eating, and now it's Eurovision time. I'm literally so buzzing. I literally love Eurovision. I'm just going to settle in for the night now and watch this. Have a great evening. Might check in before bed if I read a little bit before bed. But if not, I guess I'll next talk in the morning when I'm on my way to Six. Okay, I haven't watched any of like the semi-finals or anything, so could someone please explain to me why Fly Rider is at Eurovision? It's today. Watched Eurovision last night, had a lovely time. My favourites were Iceland, Malta, Serbia I quite liked, and also really loved Bulgaria, although it wasn't very Eurovision vibe. But today is the day. I'm going to see Six. I don't really have time to talk now because I'm running late, but I thought I would just check in. I'm about to go, and I'll include some clips from the day, probably just a little montage. Yeah, I'm so tired. I woke up at 7 and I haven't woken up at that time for so long, and I went to bed really late because of Eurovision. So yeah, very basic little outfit of the day today, featuring my dog in the background, who has now decided to come into my room. Hello. You're gonna miss me today, aren't you? You're not used to me not being here. Gotta go and get the train.
hold the phone at the most unflattering angle so that I don't look weird. But I'm in London. I'm here. I've made it. I'm just walking now. I'm going to go to Foyles first. So I got my train into Euston and the tube is not running. We love that. Just the Northern Line, so I could have got the Victoria Line to Oxford Circus, but considering how busy it was at Euston, and because I haven't got any fresh air today and I'm feeling like tired, I thought I would just do the walk. Google Maps says it's going to take half an hour, but it's also only a mile, so I can't see that it's going to take more than 20 minutes. So I think when I get to Foyles, I'm going to have a browse, of course, and then maybe get some lunch from the cafe there as well, and then I think I'm going to go and see the theatre because I haven't been to the Lyric and I want to take some photos and stuff. But yeah, gonna keep walking now and see if I can figure out where I'm going. I'm just so excited to be here. Also, a quick reading update. I've read like 30 pages of that book. I was on the train for 2 hours and that's all I've managed. There was a really annoying child who kept watching things out loud on the iPad and then screaming and crying. So yeah, didn't do too great on that front. But I'm enjoying it so far and hopefully I'll manage some more on the way back. Oh my god, so I've been back in London for like 5 minutes. And I've already walked accidentally through, I don't know what they were filming, right, but I was just walking down the road that I'm meant to be walking down and I was like, what the hell is going on? Because loads of people were just standing around like with masks on and there was like security guards and stuff, and I was like, oh, either there's someone in there or they're filming something. And then I noticed all these vans that were like film assistant, and I just looked at one of them and he looked at me and was like, I don't know, he just looked really weirdly at me. Then I turned to go down the road that I was getting out of and it was all like cordoned off to stop the traffic, and then some other person tried to walk like towards me and there was a woman standing at the end and she was like, oh sorry, you can't go down here, we're about to start filming. And I was like, okay, well I clearly wasn't meant to be going down there either. And nobody told me, there was no one the way I came telling me to not go down there, so oh well. Yeah, I want to know what they were filming. Also, I know I said that Collette was Seymour for my show, but I've also just found out that CJ is going to be Boleyn. I saw her as Boleyn before and she was amazing, so very excited about that. I can see theatres. I might cry. Not a load of people looking at me like I'm a weirdo, but I'm here. I'm so excited. Now I'm going to Waterstones. That was literally so awkward. Waterstones toilets. Bought 3 books between Falls and Waterstones, and now I'm going to go to the theatre. I can't wait. I'm so ready. I feel like I can't wait. It's going to be the most used words of this vlog. Also, what is this? Also, yeah, let's not focus on this, but let's go. I'm in a theatre. I am in a theatre.
performance.
I'm literally about to cry. It was the best. It's like such an overwhelming feeling. I'll talk about it more when I get back, but I'm literally now walking around the streets of London about to cry.
And I'm back. I can't even put into words how much of a good day I've had and just how special today was. It was just such a special day. I can't even describe the feeling. Like, I love the show, and as I said before, the show means so much to me, but I think it's more just like an overwhelming feeling, like a really happy overwhelming feeling. But the first moment when the lights went dark and I was waiting for the first song to start, and then when the first song, which is a group number, was happening, I just couldn't stop like smiling, but I could feel myself about to cry as well, because I just thought the last time I was doing this was like the 14th of March 2020, a few days before lockdown, and it felt like a little glimmer of hope and just like the first step towards normality. And although that was like a really happy feeling, I think it also just re-emphasized and hit home like just how difficult this past year has been. And it was also just a weird feeling because I've done so little since then. That is still one of my like most recent big memories really, and I was just like, I can't believe that it's been a year and 3 months or so since I was last doing this. I'll stop going on about Six now, but if you are a fan of Six, please let me know in the comments your favourite song from the musical. I think mine is I Don't Need Your Love, but I also just love the group numbers. They just really hit me hard today. Hopefully some of the clips that I took in the bookshops today were okay as well. I went to 4 bookshops in the end. I went to Foyles, Waterstones Piccadilly, another Waterstones after the show because why not? I had some time to kill, and obviously a bookshop was the first thing that I was going to think of doing. And I can't remember the name of the other one I went to. I didn't go looking for it, I just walked past it and thought, oh, I'll go in here. In terms of the shops, other than Monkey, which I went in for like 10 minutes, I literally did not do anything other than browsing the bookshops today, other than obviously the musical. And it was just incredible. I loved it so much. I had 3 hours almost before the show, and I basically went to 3 bookshops and that was it. That's how much time I just spent walking around and browsing. And I did end up buying 4 books, which I probably didn't need. 3 of the things I'd literally never heard of before, and that's what I decided that I wanted to do. Just go in, enjoy that experience of browsing, and just pick things up based on like if the cover appeals to me or the blurb sounds like something that would interest me, then just go for it and see what I think. So the first one that I got from Foyles is called The Anthill, and this is by Julianne Paccio. And the reason why I picked this up is because this quote here is from Ingrid Persard, and it says, "A unique and courageous voice." And Ingrid Persard wrote Love After Love, which is one of the best books that I've read this year. I loved it so much. And yeah, basically because she had a quote on the cover, I was like, ooh, maybe I'll like this. And then I read the blurb and it sounds like something that I would really enjoy. So it says, Lena is back in Colombia. At 8 years old, she was sent to England to a boarding school after her mother's death in a traffic accident. Now she's searching for the person who can tell her what really happened and what has happened in the 20 years since. 20 years is a long time, but Lena has never forgotten the place and people she left behind. Matty, Lena's childhood confidant, runs a refuge called the Anthill for the street kids of Medellin. Lena gets involved by volunteering, but her reunion with her best friend is struck with tension. Memory is fallible, and Lena discovers that everyone has a version of the past that is very, very different. There's also the matter of who or what is lurking at the back of the supply cupboard, scratching at the door. So as you may know, I'm always looking for books set in different countries. It's a real passion of mine to read from all around the world, and I haven't really read that much South American literature, so I thought this would be a really good start, and the premise just sounds right up my street. World literature is sort of a theme with the next couple of books. So the next one that I got from Foyles is A People's History of Heaven by Matangi Subramanian. I picked this up based on the cover because it's so pretty, and I read the blurb and I was like, ooh, that sounds again like something I would really enjoy. Again, I will just read the blurb out. It says, in the sprawling Bangalore slum of heaven, 5 girls, Muslim, Christian and Hindu, gay and straight, form an unbreakable bond. These are girls who refuse to be silenced no matter how much their city would like to forget they exist. But now heaven is threatened by government bulldozers, and the friends must come together to protect the close-knit, vibrant community they call home. How good does that sound? I just love any sort of thing that's all about like sisterhood. And then from the Big Waterstones Piccadilly, I picked up Welcome to Lagos by Chihunda Onuzo. And again, this was very much a cover pickup. But what I loved in the Waterstones is, you know, they have the tables in there where there's like different categories of books. Like sometimes it'll be cozy crime, sometimes it'll be like really popular fiction, sometimes it'll be like backlist fiction that you should read. In there they had all world fiction. They had like I think 4 tables of world fiction, and they had little sections for Europe, Asia, Africa, South America, Australasia, North America, and I loved that. I was like, this is set out for me. And this was obviously on the Africa side of things, and I picked it up based on the cover, as I said, and again because I've never read any Nigerian literature where this is set, and I read the blurb and I was like, sounds good. It sounds sort of similar vibes to the previous one actually, because it begins with 5 runaways ride the bus from Bayelsa to a better life in the megacity. A private, a housewife, an officer, a militant and a young girl. They share a need for escape and a dream for the future. Soon they will also share a burden none could have expected, but for now the 5 sit quietly with their hopes as the billboards fly past and shout welcome to Lagos. Again, not so much that like sisterhood vibe, but I do like things that show loads of different perspectives and characters coming together. So again, very excited for this. And then the final book that I bought, I didn't need. Okay, I did not need it, and I literally saw it in every single shop that I went into, and I talked myself out of it every time. I was like, you don't need it. And then after seeing 6 and on the way to the train station passing this other Waterstones and deciding to go in there, I was like, I'm gonna get it because it's so fitting with the day. And that is this hardback edition of Catherine Parr, The Sixth Wife, the final book in the 6 Tudor Queen series by Alison Weir. Now the reason I talked myself out of this so many times is because I have the rest of the series in paperback. I have all 5 of the others in paperback, and this one is obviously a brand new hardback. But I've decided that when I read it, when I get round to it, which will probably be a long time because I'm still only on the 2nd book and they're long, I'm gonna probably read it in the paperback format, which will be out by then. But I just thought this is such a pretty edition, like the end papers, I love it. And it's also signed. This can be like my special edition, my one special edition of the series, because I have really loved the parts of this series that I've read so far. And also with going to see 6 today and it just being such a special day and this being very in theme, I was like, this is always going to remind me of this day. And as I think I've said, Catherine Parr is the queen who I'm the most interested in. She's the queen who has my favourite track from 6. So it just felt very fitting that if I was going to get one special edition for this series, it would be this one. So this is going to live on my special edition shelf, which is behind me in my video, so you'll see it popping up there. And then I will also get the paperback later down the line so that I have all of them sitting on my shelves looking pretty together. So those are the books that I bought. I'm really happy with all of them and I can't wait to get around to them. In terms of actual reading for the day, I have no more to say. I didn't read a single word on the way back, but I'm gonna get into bed now and I'm going to try and read like a little bit before I go to bed. So quite a lot of time has passed since the last clip in this vlog, almost an entire week in fact, and I'm just coming to edit it and realising that I never actually filmed an outro or like anything on the Monday. I actually think I had a pretty boring day at home, so there wasn't anything worth showing. I certainly didn't do anything like really exciting. I spent most of the day being super tired from a day that wouldn't normally have taken so much out of me, like going to the theatre. Used to be such a, not every day, but like, you know, something I did semi-regularly. And it's just funny how not having done anything really for over a year has meant that it took it out of me so much. But I just thought I would jump on the vlog now to wrap it up, otherwise it would end really weirdly. So yeah, in terms of the Anne Boleyn book, I think I'm now on page like 120. So I haven't really read too much, haven't really read that much of it at all during the week, but I have been reading other things alongside it, and I've decided that I want it more as like a going on in the background sort of book, because it is quite a slow read for me, and if I don't read anything else alongside it then I feel like really demotivated because I feel like I'm not making any progress. So I'm sort of chipping away at it a little bit each day, like 10-20 pages a day, and I guess I'll get there eventually. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this vlog. I know there wasn't like much reading, but I'm hoping that some people will find all the theatre-y stuff interesting. I had such a lovely time just editing it back. I'm getting like emotional all over again and just thinking about how special of a day it was, and definitely one that I think will stay with me for a very long time. If you've watched this point in the vlog, let me know in the comments what your favourite musical is, or just leave me an emoji to let me know that you've watched the video. Other than that though, I hope you're all keeping safe and staying well, and I will see you again next time. Bye!